I'm here with Kathy Souls.
That's right.
This is the final couple days of your tenure here at the Kismet Wharf Goetemann Residency program.
Yes, it is.
A little bittersweet, is it?
It is. It's going to be hard to go home.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to leave this unbelievable location.
And part of your residency is you don't just show, we spoke about this in your first interview, but you're not just bringing works that you had already completed. You're actually supposed to be inspired by your surroundings. And so how was that? How was your process?
It was great.
Were you productive?
Very productive, I think. I I completed about 4 oil paintings, so they take a while, sort of process it through, you make them, you destroy them, you make them, you destroy them, and then about 10 large oil stick drawings, and then the small ones up there too. So it's really been great. I sort of started each day going out, taking my long walk, and taking photographs, taking little videos with my iPhone, and coming back and looking at them and reflecting on the color. And I think one of the biggest things that's happened over the month is that my color has changed in the paintings, and I expect that to happen when I go back to my own studio again, so that I'll have time to actually process the experience here and see what happens with the new body of work.
So you mean it'll change back to what it was before? So it has changed. It has changed.
Yeah.
And I guess we should back up again and talk about it's water.
Right. But now, instead of being underneath the water, what's starting to emerge is it's the intersection between the land and the water, or the intersection between the rocks, that kind of abrupt change that happens in the landscape here, so that I'm going around and I'm looking at it, and different things happen as the water moves, the light that changes every single day, the weather. I mean, I know people didn't like all the rain, that we had for this month, but it doesn't bother me at all. The fog, the rain, all of it has been really terrific.
How's the community been? Have people stopped by? Have you made some nice friendships?
It has been fantastic. I think the generosity of the people on Rocky Mountain who I've met, the artists here are really terrific. They have, good conversations. People, I've had a few artists visit, and I make sure that I bring them all around to meet everybody else here, so that actually has been fun too. And one of the first residents who was here 7 years ago is a friend of mine, and came and spent, Marilyn Ranker, and spent the whole day on one of the open studio days here. And it was really nice to have her here because she participated in sort of talking about her experience and my experience, and so that the people who came in actually got a little extra.
Oh,
it was fun.
Double bang right there.
Double.
Yeah.
Great.
So what's the next step for you now? Tonight you have a talk, artist talk?
That's open to the public. It's actually more of sort of a question, not a formal talk, but question and answers. People can come in, see what I've done, and we can kind of talk about the process there. So I'm looking forward to that.
I know you're looking forward to it. I'd be nervous as hell, but you're easy peasy because you're a professor.
Yeah.
So this is old hat for you. You can speak to people.
I can talk about my work, but it's easier to. I don't know, it's getting easier, I guess. I think the open studio experience here has been terrific. The Friday and Saturday, the 10 hours a week that you're open to the public, and people you don't know or have a relationship with show up and want you to talk about your work. And it's been a really great experience to do that. So it's been really good.
What time is the?
It's at 7 tonight.
At 7 tonight. All right, we'll get this video up early. Let's talk about some of your pieces. Where do you want to start? Right behind you?
Well, these are actually oil stick drawings, so they take kind of a long process to make. Mm-hmm. So I draw a lot of energy, sort of thinking about the movement of the water, or the rocks underneath the water, or the pebbles, or the waves, or whatever, and sort of using the color and putting the material on. The oil sticks are really nice and thick, like big fat Crayola crayons.
Oh, I think I remember those from when we were kids, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, are these ones? Is this that?
Those are oil sticks.
Oh wow, yeah, those are like the oil sticks I grew up with on steroids. Right?
Yeah, they're terrific. And then I razor blade it down and work over it again and go over it again, and then the oil paintings take a longer time than the drawings do because you have to wait for it to dry.
Yeah.
And then go over it again and wait for it to dry, and they actually change a lot, so I took photographs actually of the paintings in process to sort of say, okay, it looked like this when I started, but now it looks like this when I ended.
Yeah.
So So that, you know, sort of have a record of what's going on.
Yeah, beautiful. This one's in progress?
Yeah, the red one's in progress, but the little one above it, I just finished that one yesterday. So.
Beautiful.
So the colors change. There's, you know, a different kind of red coming in, you know, looking at the water, all that kind of stuff. I usually work large, so working smaller has been a challenge since I've been up here because what kind of gestures do you make and how do you move across a canvas? All of that stuff has sort of changed, so it'll be interesting when I go back to work on a larger scale to see what happens to the work.
Yeah, I imagine that must be very difficult. These are beautiful. It's like, that's two put together.
Yeah. Diptychs and triptychs I sort of worked on while I was up here.
Diptychs and triptychs. You want to explain that to someone that doesn't understand what that means?
Well, diptychs is just the two canvases together.
Okay. Oh,
To make
and,
a one,
and triptych would be two.
Is the three.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's just, you know, I've been working horizontally 48 by 68 at home, so, you know, it's a really large horizontal format, so moving across and sort of thinking about the movement of water, thinking about the movement underneath, or the currents and all of that, so that having, you know, it's a space that doesn't accommodate a large enough canvas like that, and I couldn't transport it to. So
Yeah.
having that triptych or a diptych actually.
So your art is very physical.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about movements and
Yeah,
and putting that on the canvas and stuff. Yeah, very cool. Oh my Lord. I have to take a little walk outside so people can understand how beautiful the place that you had access to.
Incredible.
Look at this.
The light, the
They
sunset.
have the studio next door, but the sun comes right up over this hill. It just must feed
I have
you.
my coffee and the newspaper on the deck out there.
I'm telling you right now, your poor husband, you're gonna haunt all your family to move back here. You gotta get a place in Gloucester. So
I know.
anyway, well, thanks for coming to Gloucester. Thanks to the Goetemanns. Do they sponsor this? Is that how it works?
I believe that they're part of the sponsor.
Yeah.
It's the Rocky Neck Art Association does it too, and then Dennis
And
is awesome.
Yeah.